Hello students, welcome to bio tutorial. So, let us be discussing this video regarding the phylum mollusca. The phylum mollusca is belongs to invertebrates, as you know. See, this is the 8th phylum. So, that is the mollusca. See, these are the soft body animals. Yes, soft body animals. So, soft body animals are comes under this phylum. So, that is mollusks, right. The members belongs to this phylum mollusca are called mollusks, right. So, here I have taken example Pila. So, that is apple snail, commonly known as apple snail. There are different types of snails are there, that is here Pila, what we call the Shanka in Kannada, we can say that the Pila. And next octopus is one of the big mollusk. So, that is octopus, hence we also call it as devilfish, right. So, next pearl oyster is also called pinctada, right, pinctada. So, this is a these are the examples. Even we can take the sepia is also called cuttlefish, right. So, cuttlefish we can say, but it is these are not fish. Whatever we are using the commonly the names, no, they are not considered as in a fish group, they are the mollusks, you remember. And next can take the loligo squid. So, we can refer it as one of the example here, that is so we call it as loligo is a squid commonly known as squid we can say. It is a cuttlefish. So, in this way there are many examples we can take. So, these are the examples. Chiton, one more. So, you can give chiton. So, like so here they may be terrestrial or aquatic. So, most of the terrestrial you can take the apple snail is also terrestrial, sometimes that is found in water also, right. So, amphibian forms of mollusks also there, right, amphibian forms, because they can survive both in land as well as in the water, right. So, some are purely aquatic, like you can take the octopus. So, that is a aquatic forms, either they may be marine or yes freshwater. They can both survive in marine as well as freshwater. Some are freshwater forms, some are marine forms. For example, pearl oyster marine form, right, Pila, this is a freshwater form, right. So, in this way their location habitat we can consider. So, that is both terrestrial as well as aquatic forms of mollusks are there, right. So, next one, the animal shows that bilaterally symmetrical body. So, the animals are bilateral symmetry, most of the animals are showing the bilateral symmetry, but sometimes due to the shape of the shell. So, because these animals are showing the shells, so later on you will understand that what is shell. So, due to that some are asymmetric forms also there, because they are existed in that coiled shaped what you call the structure of shell. The body is covered by shell. So, it is a protective layer. So, protective form calcareous shell will be present there. So, hence due to that, so body may get a asymmetric form also, right. So, almost they are showing the bilateral symmetry, and they are called triploblastic because the whole body is formed by 3 germ layers. So, as you know already, and coelomates. So, we also call it as coelomates. They are considered as true coelomates, but the sometimes the portion of the coelom is filled with blood here, because circulation is open type. So, there is no closed circulation. So, the coelom is filled with blood. So, hence we call it as hemocoelom, what we call hemocoel, right. So, some portion of the body means usually coelom we observed in near the surrounding the kidney and gonads, like some structures heart. So, such around the such structures we observe the coelom, right. So, but remaining part may filled with the blood, right. So, that is what the coelomates, these are also called true coelomates. And there is a organ system level, what you call organ system level of body organization is present here. So, these animals, as we observed in earthworm only, organ system level of organization, that is in annelids, previous some pile also we observe that the organ system level of organization, right. So, means organ systems are developed here. And next, the body is covered by calcareous cell, as I explained already about cell. The calcareous cell means which is made up of calcium carbonate, which is secreted by the its body only, body layer, right. So, that is the mainly the visceral mass what we call now. So, that is secretes the this one, that is mantle will secretes, right. So, the which is usually unsegmented, body is said to be unsegmented, but so calcareous cell which we observed. So, in most of the mollusks, but in some cases we may not observe that. In octopus there is no calcareous cell. So, that is freely there in the water, right. So, calcareous cell means that is the what we call in Kannada we referred it as kappe chippu, like chippu means. So, that is what the simpe like shanka we refer now. So, that is what the calcareous cells. So, there may be shells are of two types, bivalve and univalve. Bivalve and univalve, there are two types of shells. Shells are of two types, that is bivalve and univalve. So, in this manner, univalve means there is single. Okay. So, for example, this is what the single we observe that, right. So, in this pattern we can show the single one, right. So, and in general single. Okay. So, one more is like this here. So, there are two holes we can observe, that is the this is what the bivalve, and univalve means single. So, that is spirally coiled. So, structure which we observed as a cell. So, this type of based on this also there is a classification is there, bivalve mollusca and univalve molluscs are there. So, right. So, body here, body is divisible, body has different three major parts here, that is head portion and foot, another one is visceral mass or called hump, visceral mass, the major part of the body, that is the visceral mass we can say. So, in anterior side there is a presence of head as we know, and the ventral side, ventral foot we can say. So, that is the muscular, which is usually muscular, which is made up of muscular, which helps in mainly locomotion or the movement, what we call the movement which we observe with the help of foot, that is called muscular foot, which is present in the ventral surface of the body, and remaining part is called visceral mass, what we call visceral mass, which is very soft in nature and also called hump, visceral hump, right. So, see the head region shows some sensory organs like tentacles, even a pair of eyes may present, okay, tentacles which are helps in many functions like the sensing the surrounding, right. So, even eyes are also developed here. So, eyes with sometimes what we call the stalk, so which may also appears, yes. So, these are the this is what the most of the sensory organs are present with the head region, right, head. Next, foot, as you know, that is the ventral side, ventral side, right. So, next this helps in the locomotion. Now, visceral mass or hump, it is a major part which consists of all remaining organ systems, right. In the visceral mass only it is present. So, where the visceral mass, this body hump that produces a layer which produces a soft and spongy, so layer, that is called mantle, what we call mantle, which is a spongy and soft and spongy we can say. So, this soft layer is called mantle, like a skin, right. So, and there is a space between this visceral mass and the mantle is called mantle cavity, the cavity of the mantle also we can say mantle cavity, which contain the feathery gills. There may be a presence of feathery gills which helps in the respiration, right. Next, this mantle secretes. So, actually visceral hump is secreting the mantle, right. So, this mantle forms a spongy and soft layer on the whole animal body, and this mantle contains the special cells which secretes the shell, what called that cells are secreting the shell that forms, that is what we call calcium carbonate. So, that is calcareous cell, what we call calcareous cell. So, which is formed by the this what we call mantle. Mantle secretes the shell. That shells may be yes bivalved or univalved. Bivalved means there are two halls are there, equal halls are there, what we call in simpe, like in Kannada kappe chippu, right. So, and the univalve like shanka, right, single spiral. So, different shapes, different colors, different designs, right. So, there are variety, and so as you know that this is the one more very important criteria for this one is this is the second largest phylum. Second largest phylum in the animal kingdom. So, already first largest one we studied that the arthropoda. Arthropoda is belongs to that what we call invertebrata, but this is also invertebrata. So, in the whole animal kingdom the number of species are more in the arthropoda. Next place goes to this phylum, that is there are also several species. Second largest, this is what we call the second largest yes phylum. Second largest phylum is mollusca. Remember this also, very important point, right. So, there are several species which we observed. So, that is both aquatic as well as terrestrial, and the terrestrial forms may shows the somewhat what we call estivation, summer sleep we can say, summer sleep, estivation, right. So, estivation means it is a summer sleep. During in summer season they go to the what we call some surface layers of the soil which is very moist, where the moist thing is available, like even frogs summer sleep which we observe, right. So, they are become inactive during that time. They will what you call minimize their activities. So, that is what the summer sleep. So, estivation we can say. So, this is one of the feature of some terrestrial forms. So, because soft body animals and which are requiring usually moist condition, right. So, next one there are what you call some other features related to this one, that is about mouth. So, mouth is having a special structure that is called radula, what you call radula. So, radula is the important structure here, important property of this phylum mollusca. So, that is what the feeding structures or feeding organs, right. So, the feeding organs we also called rasping organs, right. So, rasping organs are nothing but it is a file or a row or teeth like structures. So, around the what you call mouth, right. So, in the just inside the mouth, so there is a specialized structures what we call the rasping organs which are helps to hold that food what we call that is helps in the feeding. Such structure is present in these mollusks, right. So, that is what we call radula. It is an important property and identification property of the mollusk we can say, right. Next one, digestion. We will go through the different systems, that is digestion. So, that is digestion is complete from mouth to anus with glands. There is a presence of hepatopancreatic glands we can say, or the digestive juice which are secreting the digestive juice. So, there are glands, right. Next, circulation, we will take the circulation. Circulation is open type. So, there is a pumping heart may present, but it will pump its blood into the hemocoel. So, what I explained the coelom, no. So, coelom, so some portion is considered as hemocoel, and the blood is blue in color, blood is bluish color. So, that is because hemoglobin, instead of hemoglobin there is a hemocyanin. So, which is formed by copper instead of ferrous, right, that is iron. And as usual in hemoglobin we observe no iron, here copper will be the one of the yes atom. So, copper is the content of this hemocyanin. So, which is helps in the respiration as you know, right. Next, excretion. So, excretion by pair of kidneys we can say, kidneys are involved in the excretion. So, kidneys are here, and the animals are belongs to either uricotelic or aminotelic, right. So, I hope you understand these terms. Uricotelic means the nitrogenous waste is produced in the form of urea. Even we are also yes ureotelic, right, ureotelic. So that means nitrogenous waste or nitrogenous thing which is produced in our cells, no, that is ultimately formed into a urea, right. So urea, so in the form of urine it will be exit from the body, that is the ureotelic. One more is there, uric acid form. So that is observed in birds, right, uric acid form, uricotelic animals, and here amnotelic means in the form of NH3. So that is ammonia form. So usually in aquatic forms, so this what you call amnotelic type of what you call excretion, so which we observed in like in what you call octopus, which are there in the completely exclusively aquatic forms. So we observe this one, and ureotelic are terrestrial forms, the animals which are terrestrial, right. Next, the respiration by gills, as we explained, gills which are present in the space present between, that is visceral mass and the mantle, that is the mantle cavity, which are present in the mantle cavity, which helps in the respiration. Gills are also called pulmonary sacs, which are there in the pulmonary sacs are usually present in the what we call the terrestrial forms of these animals, right. Next, nervous system. So nervous system, there is a presence of ganglia in the body, that is in the head region, and nerves are spread throughout the body, right. So this is what a nervous system, and the animals are said to be dioecious, means here sexes are separate. So male and female are different, right. So next, the usually oviparous, which are laying the eggs, and development is also indirect because larval stage. So there are many larval stages which are also helps in the study, the scientific studies for that larva are used, right. So this is all the general features of this mollusca. So these are the examples you remember, right. So even sometimes there is a they are producing ink, there is a presence of ink glands, so which may release the ink also. So that is helps to escape from the enemies. So even that ink is also used commercially, so by culturing that particular animal. For example, even octopus usually producing the ink glands are there, even in sepia also, right. So these are the some examples you remember, right. So go through these points, right. So we will discuss the next phylum in the next video. Thank you, students.